Welcome to our first episode covering Modern Warfare and Mius Front. This episode is based on the DLC called Operation Modular, a DLC based on a conflict between Angola and the South African Defense Forces, also known as the South African Border War or the Namibian War of Independence. But like most proxy wars in Africa, there's a lot of factions in it. But to break it down, to make it simpler for you, there's two sides to the coin. The Angolan side had People's Movement for the Liberation of Angola, known as the MPLA, People's Armed Forces for the Liberation of Angola, FAPLA. Those are the same groups. One's political, the other one is armed. Those are pretty much Marxist-Leninist groups. And then we have the South African side, the National Union for the Total Independence of Angola, Unita, and the National Liberation Front of Angola, FNLA. Our initial battle plan as the Angolians is to cross the Lumber River, marked on the map now. This will allow the 59th Motorized Brigade to link up with the rest. Our current objective is to hold these points, reinforce and counterattack SAD forces and recapture these points marked here. So when I say counterattack, historically SAD forces launch the offensive first. So in this scenario we'll have to dig in, stall their attack until we can counterattack and reach the other side. Bear in mind though, this was largely an asymmetric war, with SAD forces possessing a lot of air support and Western equipment. So we're gonna have a hard time mounting any significant offensives in the first quarter. Okay, let's now move on to the deployment phase. So the general plan of this battle is to stay concealed and utilize guerrilla tactics. We're really outnumbered, so I'm not looking to risk or lose any equipment, but we do have some T-55s in the back that I'm ready to use when things do get inevitably hot. So I've set most of my squads in stay concealed and ambush mode, and I've also set a firing cone of 200 meters, meaning that if there's any hostile that approaches that cone or walks into it, they'll automatically fire at them. As for the tanks, I'm moving them further back so that they're not at risk of getting destroyed if there is any enemy maneuver in the forest, as we don't have any troops in there. I'm now going to disable the firing cone as well as the stay concealed to improve their performance in battle. am also adjusting my off-map mortar fire to hit our right flank. Hostile Ratel 90s on the way to the front to support our troops. So let's take a step back and recap on the whole situation. So 3rd Platoon has been completely wiped out with pretty much no BTRs left either. I've dispatched a few T-55s to the front line to kind of stabilize the situation, but it's still looking pretty bad. So they've taken 3rd Platoon's position and they're now using that as a rally point. To summarize the whole situation, it's looking pretty grim for the 47th Motorized Brigade. I'm going to call for a general retreat as this is a lost battle. Okay, so we're at the end of the battle. As you can see, the South African forces really took a lot of losses. I would really see this as a victory on our end. I love how the T-55s were able to really stop their advance and help our troops retreat back. If you want to go over the details, go ahead and stop the video. It's very interesting statistics here, so it's worth looking at. Okay, so we're back on our operational map. As you can see, the sector highlighted in green has just been taken away from us. We're being attacked in the middle sector, which I am not too worried about, but I'm really worried about the left sector as we don't have the strongest units there, but we'll see next episode what happens. Enough talk. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of the voice commentary, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.